Welcome back. Let's turn our attention now to this. The late megastar Solomon Majafela Molokoane, popularly known as Solly Moholo, will be honored posthumously at this year's South African Music Awards taking place later this month. The gospel hitmaker, whose songs resonated with many across languages and cultures, will be awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award, courtesy of Recording Industry of South Africa, for his years of contribution to the gospel music industry. Let's speak now to Solly Moholo's manager, that's Gladness Thobakgale, as well as a close friend, Tebogo Choma, about this honor. Thank you so much for joining me in the studio.
Thank you so
this,
much.
of course, is incredible. And I want to start with you, Gladness.
Yeah.
You cannot talk about a Lifetime Achievement Award without talking about longevity.
Absolutely, and I think Solly Moholo is the epitome of that. Like, there was a time we were working on his profile, and it basically took us weeks to put together because he's lived such a full life. So absolutely, he is someone who symbolizes longevity within the industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And let's talk about, you know, the years, the many years that is put into the industry, and the kind of music that he put in, and that made a lot of South Africans resonate with his music.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Solly Moholo is he understood his people, he understood his fans, and he loved them dearly, so he knew what they would respond to, you understand? So I think that Solly Moholo really understood the industry, and he was obviously a legend, so he's been in the industry for a long, long time. So he knew what would appeal to the people, but also how he could blend it with Sioni music, so that obviously the gospel aspect of it would be incorporated.
And I want to come to you, Tebogo, because you know, when we talk about impact, the soul-stirring music, and how he was loved for managing to bridge the gap between, you know, the township rhythm, as well as these songs that spoke also about the current times, his ability to merge gospel, but also sticking to the social economic issues. If you remember how he sang about, you know, the HIV AIDS period, praying for the presidents, right? Crime in South Africa. Those are some of the things that he highlighted in his music.
Yeah, like he always say, I like reading newspapers, I like watching TV. So he was getting inspiration from current affairs. Everything that is happening, he will go and write a song. If you remember the case of Sello Chokwe, a young boy who was murdered in Polokwane, he was touched by that incident, and he went to write a song and even record a special album, and called the album Mandela Lolabana, Tribute to Sello Chokwe. So he was getting inspiration from current affairs. If he was here, he was gonna like watch Madanga the whole day. So he was very, very obsessed with current affairs, and then he was very, very, you know, obsessed with the crime that was happening. He was very obsessed with politics. He was very obsessed with what was happening on the street, the drugs, the GBV. So he was obsessed with current affairs, if I were to put it that way.
Many of us woke up to his songs on Sunday mornings, and our parents really loved it because he spoke to them. His music resonated with them. But I want you to talk to us about the man behind the music, right? We all know him as Solly Moholo, and for a moment when I was sent, this interview, I was like, Solly Moholo, who's the other Solomon, right? Because we've always known him with his stage name. But talk to us about the person behind the stage name.
Yeah, the person behind Solly Moholo is Solomon Majafela Molokoane. He started his career in the late 70s, where he co-founded a group called Megastar Agent, and then later went to join Braid at Hammanskraal, where he used to work as a hawker. And later on, he went to join Cool Sport, where he worked with a gentleman called Ken Haycock. That's where he recorded Masole Akoto with the smash hit that the Roman Nadi Chabeng. And he later recorded Mojeremani and Matlakala. And in the late 90s, he joined CCP Records, EMI, where he recorded and released Winnie Mashaba. And later, just before Millennium, he started his career as a solo artist, Solly Moholo. That's where Solly Moholo was born, and he released his first album called the Popesal dance. Interestingly, it was a flop in 1999 because media houses and gospel programs, they were like, what kind of music is this? It's gospel, but talk about the Popesal dance, that Genza. So it was a flop in 1999. And because he was a hard worker, he went to promote the album. He went everywhere, to funerals, to political rallies. And in 2000, that's where the album became a big hit.
Yeah. We've run out of time, but I want us to wrap this conversation with you, Gladness.
Yeah.
You know, when Solly Moholo sang for presidents, for kings, but in his last days, they were nowhere near him, right?
Yeah.
Is this award a moment of restoration?
Absolutely. I mean, even when we came, he had been in isolation from the industry for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So he approached us and he said, guys, please take a chance on me, which for us was humbling because we knew him as a legend who we grew up listening to his music. So it was extremely crushing for me that a legend would be in that state. So it's absolutely a huge honor, and the family has asked us to just thank the Summers for giving him this honor and for finally acknowledging him, because it really is an honor, and he really did work hard for it for a long time. So he truly deserves it, and we're really grateful.
Thank you very much, Gladness Thobakgale, as well as Tebogo Choma, talking to us about, of course, the Lifetime Achievement Award that will be awarded to gospel legend Solly Moholo.